cold today. Welcome. Happy Tech on Ice Day. I want to talk a little bit about, just a little bit of background about me. I used to work with customers, I used to work in consulting, and now I've kind of moved into this more product marketing sort of job function. And I think it's important for me to be grounded in what customers actually want and what the goals of customers are versus what the goals of product teams or big tech companies. So I thought I would just kind of lay that out. And this probably makes a lot of sense to everybody. So I'm probably not saying anything that's crazy. But if you're a big tech company, like your goal obviously is to make as much money as possible, but how you make money is a bit interesting. It's about adoption and revenue based on consumption in a lot of cases, right? That's not for every single thing, but like most likely the amount of revenue that you make is tied to adoption of your product or of your services. So if you work on a product team, like your number one job is to build things that are going to get used. But you can even take out the use thing. Like the goal of a product team is to build products. And sometimes you see this a lot where products will have features and you're like, why does this feature exist? Well, it's because a product team needed to build a product and there was some investigation done into what areas of a product could be enhanced to bring a better value. So that's like like a really, really, really high level, what tech companies, like what their goals are, what they're trying to do. But like random company in industry, what's their goal? Their goal is to make as much money as humanly possible. We've talked about that. That's capitalism, whatever. And a lot of times they look at vendors, or in this case, technology companies, ways to accelerate their ability to generate profit or reduce their churn of cost, right? So it's either, hey, does this software or does this service, does it make me money or does it help me save money? So the reason why I'm bringing all this up, it's because if you talk to people who actually work with customers, whether they're consultants, like they're like actual consulting companies like Big Four or whatever, or even consultants or field or account teams that are embedded at big tech companies, you always see this disconnect of like what customers actually want versus what product teams think they want. And, I'm shaking like a very large wand at everything, like waving it, but it is very interesting that we see a lot of products come to market. And, I've been there where, you talk to a product team and they're like, okay, this is this new product that we have coming out. And your immediate internal response is, do customers actually want that? And then you show it to customer and customer's like, we don't want that. Other times, obviously it works, right? Where customers are demanding something and then the product team actually like delivers on kind of the demands of customers. But I do think it's very interesting that we're in this constant need to innovate, or constant need to build products. And not all of it is 100% aligned with what customers are actually looking for. Every customer is a bit different, but anybody who doesn't work in big tech, they'll tell you, they'll scream from the rooftops, big tech is so far ahead in the spectrum of what they think industry is doing versus what industry is actually doing. Like there's still a ton of companies out there that don't have a modern DevOps process. There are a ton of companies out there that are using 40, 50-year-old software to run like key pieces of their business, and with no interest in modernizing because it doesn't bring value at the level that they want. You also see a ton of companies being super risk averse to like, do we really want to adopt this new framework or new technology because we don't know if it will be around in 5 years, because risk is a huge thing too. So I think that the thing that I'm trying to kind of point out is that like as we're building product and as we're working in tech, just be a bit mindful of what customers are actually asking for versus what we think they want. The problem that I see, and I'll kind of close with this, is that there needs to be a better connection between the folks that are on the ground talking to customers in the people that are building products. Not to say that doesn't exist, but I do think it can be better. I don't know how you solve that problem. If it did, I'd probably be far more successful than I am. Um, I do think that there are tons of opportunities to engage with customer facing individuals to help shape product. So I'll end it there. Let's see if we can figure out a way to do that. Comment down below if you have a great idea as to like, hey, like this is what my company's doing around field enablement and getting the field involved in the building of product. I would love to hear it. Also, just tell me if this is interesting or I'm completely off base with some of the things I've said. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.